Walking pneumonia, the hidden threat lurking in plain sight. Welcome to Shaz Trends, your hotspot for the latest news. Today, we're diving into something that's catching a lot of people off guard: walking pneumonia. You might not have heard of it, or if you have, you may not realize just how sneaky it can be. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up with the trending topics that matter. What exactly is walking pneumonia? Imagine having pneumonia but still feeling well enough to go about your day. That's the trick of walking pneumonia. It's a lung infection that's surprisingly mild, with symptoms so subtle you might brush them off as just another cold, commonly hitting kids between 5 to 15 and adults under 40. This walking form of pneumonia can sneak into daily life without much fanfare. What makes it different? Now, you're probably wondering, how is this different from regular pneumonia? Let's break it down. Traditional pneumonia often knocks you down, sending you to bed or even the hospital. Walking pneumonia? It's a bit more elusive. In most cases, a physical exam or a chest x-ray will reveal patches on your lungs instead of an all-out infection in one spot. Symptoms tend to be milder. Think of a low-grade fever, a dry cough, and less need to rest. But here's a twist. Roughly 5 to 10% of walking pneumonia cases can evolve into more severe pneumonia if left unchecked. The culprits behind the cough. The usual suspects here are bacteria like Mycoplasma pneumoniae and Chlamydia pneumoniae. These thrive in crowded places: schools, dorms, barracks, you name it. Respiratory viruses like RSV and the flu can also lead to walking pneumonia, along with certain fungi. So, it's easy to catch but hard to notice, often spreading through coughs and sneezes in tight spaces. The symptoms that sneak up on you. Symptoms typically start around 2 to 3 weeks after exposure and ramp up slowly. Here's what to watch for: chest pain that flares up with deep breaths, a cough that can turn into violent spasms, mild flu-like symptoms such as fever and chills, headache, sore throat, fatigue, weakness that lingers long after the main symptoms fade. For kids, this can look a bit different. Watch for general tiredness, sinus infections, a persistent dry cough, and even croup-like symptoms. Diagnosing walking pneumonia. Diagnosis often begins with a physical exam. If walking pneumonia is suspected, a doctor might order a chest x-ray or test a mucus sample. Sometimes, a blood test might be the final step to rule out other possibilities. Treating and beating walking pneumonia. In most cases, antibiotics are your best friends here, especially if a bacterial infection is confirmed. Macrolide antibiotics like Zithromax are common for both adults and kids, while fluoroquinolones, such as Cipro, are mostly reserved for adults. And if the cause is viral, over-the-counter remedies can ease your symptoms until it runs its course. For fever and congestion, NSAIDs can be a lifesaver, along with rest and plenty of fluids. Recovery typically starts within 3 to 5 days, but a lingering cough might stick around for weeks. Can walking pneumonia strike again? It's possible to get walking pneumonia more than once, although immunity can last for a while after recovery. If it does come back, the symptoms may be even milder, but staying cautious is key. Prevention. Stopping walking pneumonia in its tracks. Even though there's no vaccine for walking pneumonia, certain habits can help keep you in the clear. Exercise regularly and eat well. Wash your hands frequently. Get your annual flu shot to avoid co-infections. If you're around someone who's sick, especially if you have a respiratory condition, consider wearing a mask. And there you have it. A closer look at walking pneumonia. It's that sneaky illness you might overlook, but being aware of the symptoms and risk factors can keep you and those around you safe. Thanks for tuning into Shaz Trends. If you found this info helpful, please give us a like, subscribe, and stay updated on all things trending. Until next time, stay healthy and informed. See you soon.